Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Let me know when you can see me. Let me know when you can see me. Try again. Can you see me? You can see me. Right. Why is it not clear? Blunt? What of your daughter? She's not eating the pando with you. Okay. So you cook soup. Okay. This thing, the payout just came down. I just wish I would win this trade. Okay. Right, I think I got it. Sometimes you should take all this stress that's you. It's already finished. What I mean is, when you take all this trade that is 80 something percent, before you know it, the next one you will see is 80 or 70 something, and balancing now, they try to balance the system, demand and supply. When the demand is many, the price will go up. When the demand is very low, the supply will go down. It's just a normal buying and selling. If you know how it works, that's the same way. When you have more people selling than buying, just like that. Yeah. Yes. See, it's just how it works. Buying and selling of commodity. Omosigobe. Oh, shit. Go ahead. Yes. Yeah. Not necessarily that. It depends on. Okay, let me show you. I'm happy you can see my screen anyway. Let me show you this. This is too green, isn't it? This is too green, isn't it? This is too green, isn't it? So it's not necessarily about this one is too green too. So it's not that every time you see too green, the next one will be green. This one is too green. You get, this one is too red. If there has to be too green and next one becomes green, that means too red will also mean next one will become red. You understand? So it's not that. The issue is this. A market structure, when a structure is broken, you are expecting that the market will continue in that direction based on the fact that the character of the market has changed. Let me explain. This is a major I might be explaining this thing and the battery will be draining, but no problem. This is a major downtrend, right? So this major downtrend at a point, you know what makes a trending market is structure. You have what is called if it's a downtrend, you have what is called, the market will be making lower low and lower highs. This is lower low, this is lower high, this is lower low, this is lower high. Then we had a little bit of consolidation here. Then in this course of consolidation, if you are using an SMC, that is smart market concept, there's what is called in that smart market concept, this consolidation here is otherwise called order block. You get? So this order block got broken here. Let me get drawing tool. This order block got broken here by this, right? The market now went down again and made another lower low. And now about making, then in the course of this lower low, though this structure has not been broken, there's a minor structure which is otherwise called character. So this character here got broken. If you see this place, I put this line. This character here got broken. So as soon as it got broken, I was not expecting that the market should come to this resistance zone the next time. Again, so that is just what goes on. It's not just about individual candle. But all these things is something that once you get used to them, you just be effortlessly be seeing them even without putting those lines. You get? Well, the truth is the only way you can actually get to understand them is by practicing them. By practicing. That is the only way you can assimilate it. When you learn how to drive a car newly, it was in those days most cars was used to be manual gear. You get? So when you want to change gear, you just look at the gear stick to know the direction you are driving. You get? But then you now see some drivers that already very much that has had experience in driving. They don't even need to look at the gear stick. They just change the gear. They don't need, they just focus their front where they are driving and they will change gear. They don't need to look down there. So that is just how it works. So once you get used to it, you can just always take the this thing. So the same thing happened here. The same market changed character here, but then let's see how it goes, whether we're gonna win it or not. To me, according to your word, according to your promises. According to your ways, O Lord, to you. According to your will, according to your love, according to your promises. You're gonna need that Panadol extra. I don't really know. Just get me water, let me take it. No, I didn't take para. C'è me una mia plato. Ne siamo de Panadol. Andiamo Panadol first.
Strankovo, ma non può centrare.
No, cavolo, non di me that cavolo usa. You know what I prove. I don't know. What? That criminal. That criminal. That criminal. People are not seeing any. People are not seeing anything. Is mind conditioning. Okay now. The stadium. Okay. Really? So people really believe in miracle like that. Our light is back. That is what he's doing now. That is what he's doing. That is the end. That is the end of the whole thing. You don't know? Before when? What is he? Is he no longer a pastor? Before he started doing what? Yes, in Abia. In Abia, actually true. Was that why God gave COVID? So because of the COVID, God said he should start. If God has the capacity to tell him to start online, doesn't he have the capacity to end the COVID so the church can continue the way? Leave all those people alone. Did you get my question? And so what? Let me even ask you, what is miracle? Physically is impossible. Give me example of what miracle is. What do you mean you know I will not watch it? she said she knows if she send me the video I will not watch it. But of course I will, watch
Dad, it's 10%, but no bring charger.
So now let me tell me about the miracle, the various miracles you guys got through Jerry. So what are the miracles? Just tell me some of them. Did the blind see? Did the blind see? Did the deaf regain their hearing? Many. You the dead? Really? Incredible. For real? The family of the dead confirmed that he died when? When did he die? When did the dead pass on? What I'm going to listen is still the same thing you are telling me, isn't it? Of course, he does life now. He does life. Yes, actually true. Yes, I think. You don't. What are you talking about? So you think many cannot be fooled? Eh? It takes one individual to con 100 people or even 1,000 people. Are you getting it? So that means greater number of people can be stupid. So it's not surprise. So you don't know. There's something I wanted. There's something I rather want you to know. This is it. No, I'm not. I'm definitely not trying to change you either. But what I want you to know is this. Okay, I was chatting with somebody this evening. This lady is actually in UK too, you know. So she posted something online. Thank you, Jesus. What was the next thing on her statue? Thank you, Jesus. And then the next thing was she said thank you, Jesus. Then the next thing is let me check it out. Okay, the next thing is people can be funny though. Then the next thing is and he made all things beautiful, you know. So now she now also said a journey of a liberation begins with that one person who is a risk taker with spirit filled. Spirit lead me. She now said, Master, speak, your servant heareth. And I asked her, who is this master? She said, God, of course. I asked her whether she believes in the existence of a God. She said, yes, of course. You get? And I asked her, why is God hiding from his people? Do you get my question? So if I should ask you this, why is God hiding from you? Are you sure? Now, if the motive, if the whole target is to convert all souls to Christ and to God through Christ, right? And you know the major reason why people are not believing is simply because they are not even sure of the existence of God. You know that. Now I ask, what will it take him to just, even if it's for 1 minute, just show himself so people will see him that yes, he exists? And all this labor of pastors preaching here will just end immediately, because everybody will see. Don't you think so? No, I'm just asking. That is a very critical and serious question. You should know what I'm talking about. But everything seems that he is hiding. Then another thing is, he is the creator of the whole world, supposedly, right? Now, including the angels and the devil, right? Now, the devil came down from heaven, deceived man whom God also created, deceived man into sin of disobedience. Now, instead of God to kill the devil and end it, he now had to kill his own son in order to save man. Does it make sense to you? Of course, believers are sheep. That is what believers are sheep. That is what the Bible called us, right? So there is no need thinking, and there is no need questioning, isn't it? So it's a very serious thing. Somebody told me in those days that God told him that that he should tell me this. I now asked the pastor then in those days, is God so afraid of speaking to me directly that he will have to speak to me through you? Are you getting it? Why? And he's supposed to be my father, isn't it? Huh? Okay, I'm getting it. It's beginning to make sense. Okay, because I don't talk to him, so why is he interested in speaking to me through somebody else even when I don't talk to him? Isn't it a sign that I don't care? Eh? This thing you are saying is exactly what that lady said. She's not I beg that she doesn't want anything to start making her begin to doubt her faith. That she doesn't want us to continue. Are you scared? So he doesn't strike you. So he doesn't strike you. So he doesn't strike you, right? So what convinced you? What convinced you? What made you make up your mind? Okay, that's the only thing. It's not even your personal choice anyway. That's what I'm saying. That being a Christian wasn't actually your choice. It's actually everybody. Once you get to the age of making of choice, you should be able to interrogate every damn thing you are being told. That is when you will be able to choose the ones you think make sense, and the ones that doesn't make sense you just discard them. Even when you pretend to believe, you don't believe. So that is actually what happens to me. Even when I pretend that I'm following you get in terms of religion, I know that thing is babash. They don't make sense. So even when you pray, at the end of the day I will say amen, but I know that thing is not passing the ceiling of that house. Are you get are you get it?
It's 8% from the bottom.
Yeah. And then somebody said that his only concern is he think it's better he believes in the existence of God. Then at the time he dies, he found out that God doesn't really exist. You get? Than not believing and then dies to find out that God actually exists. I laughed. The guy said that's the only thing. I asked him whether he's afraid. He said, of course, he's afraid that because he knows that he cannot change anything at that point of day. Yeah. Oh my God. So that is to say, we were cowed into believing in the existence of God. You know. You don't. You can't really love what you don't know. You can't love what you don't know. You need to know something, not believing. You need to know. You know what knowledge is, right? Knowledge is a result of tangible information. If God exists, he has to really prove himself. You get? He has to really prove himself, his existence, not by sign, not by the just. He has to come out. You get? He has to come out. You know what I mean? Show himself. He doesn't have to continue hiding, you know? He doesn't have to continue hiding. That's what I'm saying. There's no... Especially this time, you know, where the world is almost boiling, so he can't continue hiding. Hiding himself. So now, the issue is this: why God cannot really show himself is one. One of the reasons is one, it is either he doesn't exist. Are you getting it? Number one is either he doesn't exist or he is afraid of man. That is one of two things. Then let him show himself then. There's one thing they normally say in my village in those days. They say, what it means is this. If the spirits, that is the ghost, are not afraid of man, why do they move in the night? Are you getting it? So that is that. So those things is just the product of our mind. Are you getting it? They don't exist anywhere. That is why even in those days they tell about stories of ghosts. It's always at night. In the night you come out and see something that looks very strange. In the morning you see maybe it's actually a cloth that is hung somewhere. You know? And they will always tell you that two eyes cannot see a spirit. Cannot see the spirit. You know why? Have you asked yourself? I'm sure you have heard such a thing before, right? Yes, what it simply means is if two eyes cannot see a spirit or a ghost, it means that this is a product of your mind. So if it exists, the two of you can see it, or even three or more people can see it. But for the fact that it's only one person that can see it at every point in time, somebody will tell you that they saw a ghost on their way coming back from so and so. That is a product of the brain and the mind. It's as simple as that. That is a production of the mind and brain. So if you want to know if miracle exists, the reason I ask you what miracle is to know whether you really know what miracle means. Miracle is supposed to be the impossibility made possible. Are you getting it? So for you to really confess to miracle or give a testimony about miracle, it has to be something that is completely impossible. For example, a blind man or a blind woman whose eye socket is already been plucked out, all of a sudden it came back. You know that is pure supernatural. Are you getting it? Not that you have headache, all of a sudden it disappeared. That is no miracle. Whether you take medication or not, it will go. Are you getting it? So for a cripple to walk, I'm not talking about somebody that is paralyzed. You know what a cripple is. You have to know even how their leg usually twist. You know what it means. So they have to walk. Not somebody that has not walked for 7 years as a result of paralysis or whatever. You get? All of a sudden, they start walking. Whether you pray or not, they will walk at some point. and then, can you listen? And then another thing is this. You have to be able to identify these persons to make sure that they actually exist. Not somebody you saw on a on a crusade ground. It has to be somebody you know that this guy has been crippled from childhood, and then you people now took them to that crusade ground and yes. Now let me tell you. Yes, I understand what you're saying, but now look at it this way. Somebody who has been pronounced to have stage 4 of cancer, right? Yes. Now, this person, scientifically and medically, is not compulsory that they will die that day. You know that? It's as simple as that. So that they started seeing or they started getting themselves fine could be coincidence. I have seen people who are diagnosed of cancer and given 6 months. One man, the man said that he now relocated to. He's actually okay. No, he was. He's an European who lived in US. He gets. So he now had to. He lived all his life in the US. He's about 66-year-old man. You get. No, when he was about 30 or so, he was diagnosed of cancer, you get, in America. So because of that, and he was given 6 months to live. So the man now had to relocate to Europe, changed his lifestyle. He said he even started farming, his own food, stopped smoking and all that. And the man lived to be on 76 years as at the time they were interviewing him. Are you getting it? So some of these things happens even without anybody laying hands on you. Okay, somebody said people in Christianity will think that blessings of God is actually riches, money, financial gains and all that. When you see them praying, everything they are praying is my enemy die, this person die, success, this. That even the Bible said even the Gentiles are after all these things. Are these things not the same thing these people seek? Those same things you are praying for. So you must have to go into 7 days fasting and prayer before you can build a house or drive a car or drive a Tukumbo car that a white man who drove it in America or UK didn't fast before buying. Are you getting it? You are praying to get a job. You went through 7 days of fasting also. You now got a job. The person who gave you the job isn't even a Christian. Your employer is not even a Christian. So why are you fasting to get that which people are getting without fasting? Does it make sense to you now? So, no, if I'm not making sense, just let me know. You are praying to get a job in NNPC in Nigeria. That's one of the biggest places, Now, you now got a job through one Alhaji. The Alhaji that even gave you the job don't even believe in your God. Are you getting it? No, I think we have to turn that computer off. Then tomorrow we continue. Okay? No, it's not you. I'm talking to my boy. He has his computer, so he just told me that the battery is down, whether I should charge it. I'm even missing a lot of thread I'm supposed to take, honestly speaking.
Muna, shut down that computer.
Alright there. So my dear sister, it's not it doesn't really make sense. If you try probing religion, you see a lot of them don't make sense. It's just a creation of man. Man-made religion. Even if you read the Bible you are aware that Jesus the Christ, told his disciples that a lot of them will be alive by the time he comes back. Now let me ask, is he still in your Bible? Now let me ask you, is any of them still alive? Has he come back? Okay, at least that is obvious truth, But you will see that some Christians will try to make sense out of it by twisting it somehow to you go, somebody say you go somebody said and they will say you don't have spiritual eyes. That is usually what they say. A carnal mind cannot understand the things of the spirit. carnal mind. Is network probably. I don't know, whichever one it is. Even I think it should be mine because some threads I'm supposed to take here, you get, because of how slow it's moving. Sometimes, like the last thread I won, when I entered it, it even jumped a very high. I was even thinking I might lose that thread, but the good thing is it went really fine in my favor, so I won it. Could be my network. Even here, the YouTube is telling me the stream current byte rate is 1567.6 kilobyte per second. It's lower than the recommended byte rate. We recommend that you use a stream byte rate of greater than so.
Okay. This color what? Is in the kitchen.
What is that? What gecko? Where is it? In the kitchen? On the wall?
No, the floor.
Now look at what happened. One Reverend Father on Facebook some time ago posted something. He said that if anybody has ever, that if you are a blind man, currently you can see as a result of one miracle, one crusade you went to somewhere, you get, or you're a cripple, you can now walk because you went to crusade somewhere. This thing I'm saying happened, was it early this year? Last year, December, yes. Okay, last year, yes. Now, he said, if you are a cripple, you can now see because you got healed from one crusade or anywhere at all in the church, miracle healing. You get a cripple, a blind man, a deaf and dumb. That please come out. If you can come out and they investigate you that you was actually blind and not seeing after that crusade, that he will give you 10 million naira. He said he was given like 2 weeks, right? I might have to forward you that. I will search it out and forward to you. Now, at the end, do you know that so many Nigerians now got interested in that challenge and started contributing money? At a point, the money got up to 50 million. Do you know that at the end of 2 weeks, nobody came out? Now, this man now said, okay, that 2 weeks has expired. Now he is now extending it that if you now know somebody, it's no longer necessary that it's going to be you. Are you getting it? If you know somebody that got healed, whether in your church, a blind man, a deaf, and or whatever, in your church, you know them, please bring them. Let them come and claim this money. Do you know nobody claimed that money till today? I don't know, but you see our pastors raising crutches, say bring. Do you know that nobody was able to claim 50 million naira? This didn't happen last year, December. Somebody even told me that he even had to go to one church in Abadan. That church, that pastor answers Toknadu. That the guy was telling me, Chema, my friend, was telling me that, Zoba, do you know that I went to this church I even met the workers to say, all these blind people that was seeing, there is a thing, there's a deal now. That do I know that that they couldn't produce one person? So that you know. That you know. Now this guy has sued very, very dark man, right? For Jeremiah 4 for year or so. Very dark man over the water and whatever he was selling. He is selling actually. Now they are going to court. Then yesterday or day before yesterday, very dark man had to go and buy all those water and the rest of them, and went to places where people, the cripple, the blind, the deaf and dumb, and started giving them. Say may they take. Let one of them, get healed. He will pay the money. Now people will say, he even said that people will say he doesn't have faith, but the reality is this: something which you bought with your money doesn't need faith. You buying it with your money, just like somebody now telling you that if you come to crusade in Enugu, you will get healed of whatever it is that is bothering you. Are you getting it? Now you have to fly all the way from London to Enugu. Getting to Enugu after the crusade, you didn't see result, and they will tell you you don't have faith. Which faith is bigger than that risk you took all the way from UK to here? The very dark man now said, for example, if he goes to the market to buy paracetamol for headache, does he need faith for the headache to stop after he's taking the paracetamol? Are you getting it? So he wouldn't need faith. Yes, they won't like him, but Nigerians are beginning to, to ask questions, to probe so many things. That is the beauty of the whole thing. At least if people want to preach Christ, I'm not even against anybody preaching the Savior Jesus Christ, in quotes. You get? But my problem is this: let them not make it as if. Let them stop faking things just to drive belief. You get what I mean? Let them stop faking a lot of things, which they do. If they must preach, let them just preach and, leave God to do the rest. Oh, this thing has come down again. I don't like. No, it's not about my concentration. It's about the payout. I'm talking about the payout that just came down to 69% now, and I'm on my second trade, so I just hope I win it. If not, I might not take the third trade yet, because if you take the third trade on this 69%, you will lose money. Then the worst that can happen to you is you even losing the trade too. You see that it doesn't really make any sense, but I won it anyway. It was 87%. That's the current one I took. Is 80%. The last one I took was 87%. So I was now preparing to take 5%. Then I saw that it's come. Okay, you say you're not seeing it, safe. Okay. But you can't see the payout due to that. Those ones are small now. This thing, the graphic is smaller. You go to the market to buy a medicine. After paying, they will tell you need to have faith. That if it doesn't work, it means it doesn't have faith. Does it make sense? Won't you arrest them immediately?
Dada, do not bring light.
don't like this. What is this? I'll take a thread. It will just wait until. This thread I lost now, I supposed to win it because I took a discount thread, but then it's hard to wait and wait and wait until you take a discount thread. In fact, any thread, I'm on the second one. What I'm saying, I was supposed to win it on this first one I took here. But the problem is my entry, when I entered, it waited. If it had entered where I entered, because I wanted the thread to actually enter somewhere here. Let me draw my horizontal line. I wanted it to enter somewhere here. So I entered, but it now waited until the candle went below. Then it now entered and now made my entry a mess. But it will lose. It's very strong upwards. I have to find where to take yeah. I have to find where to take my 12%. Madness. But I lost it now. I lost it. So reload. Yes. Is it your cat? Your cat? 1614. Okay, you can't even see it. 1614. 1614. What if I take it does stuff? Are you in the room? Are you in the room? I just took 12%.
Remove my phone.
I don't like this network is bad. I already took 31%. It's too bad. Yes, 31%.
Don't keep it. You see that I'm using
You want to remove your clothes?
Yes.
You don't want me to take it? What is the worst thing that will happen? You don't want it to happen. Somebody say, "Meg, I don't want that worst thing to happen though." The trade I took now is $440, and what you have left in your account is 980. So this thing is a lot of money, over $1 million. It's finished. It's finished. It's finished. You say the exchange rate. The exchange rate now is about the dollar I sold today is about. Although there's a way, when you want to sell higher, maybe from millions, maybe 5 million or more, you could get people that will offer 2,000 naira safe. You get. But if what you want to sell is around hundreds, is about the one I saw this evening is about 1,587. Then the one I sold yesterday, I sold $1,603. I don't know whether it's because of weekend. You know, when there's a lot of demand, for exchange from dollar to naira, the naira might appreciate a bit. You get so. You have 1,830, but I want to check. Okay, 1,830 is what you have, but to make 10%, you are looking for 1,833. That is to say, if I win one more trade, your 10% will be complete. You get? You want to place the withdrawal now? All right. It's okay. It's up to you. Everything is just up to you. But one thing you need to understand is this. What you need, let me even tell you this. What you need is basically optimal risk management. You get what I mean? Optimal risk management, meaning you just trade once in a while, you withdraw money. But you know, this broker is not UK. UK citizens are not allowed into this broker. You know that? Okay, of course you know. So now, you say why that? It's not necessarily that. It's ease of doing business. There are some companies that will want to open business in Nigeria. You get, if they don't like the conditions of the Nigerian destiny, maybe that company does on cosmetic. If they don't like the condition of the Nigerian market, they might not enter Nigeria. Then there are still other cosmetic companies in Nigeria. You understand what it means? So that is just it. It's not that the company, the UK, doesn't like them also. It might be that they don't, or they are still expanding. Of course, you can't go the whole 173 countries of the world at the same time. You get? Yeah, that's another thing. Precious. One thing is 8,000 is still a small money. The only thing is if you consider how much you started with, you get, because if you are, there are people whose capital is even 10,000. You get, that is to say, if your capital is, what we have here now is about 1,830, right? And we started this present account with $250. You get. That is to say, from that $250 we started with, we have made 1,830. We have made about 632%. You get? So now, assuming this account was assuming this account was like let me say, was like 2005. You get? That is to say, by now what we have here is 18,300. Are you getting it? But then other things is dependent on your risk appetite. It's not necessarily about how much you're gonna make. You get? You have to also be able to consider, can you be able to take it if you lose it? Yeah, so that should be your watch, your major concern. Trading gives money, but it takes time and dedication. You know, it's not even supposed to be a get rich quick, even though this one is beginning to look like one. You get? But then it's not really a get rich quick. If you do it, if you push it to that level, you will lose. To that level of becoming a get rich quick, you will lose. It's just a matter of time. You just lose. It's not that you will lose anywhere, but then the most important thing, like they normally told us in those days, that you have to do everything to remain in the market. You get, thereby managing your capital as much as possible. You know, I am on 2 or 3 occasions we have gotten to 100%, which we didn't take. You get, we could take it and lose, we could take it and win. You get, so it's just one of those things. So if you have that anxiety when you are losing, especially because of financial situation, it means that you really need to build up maybe small until you are very comfortable to, you get, maybe if you do, can you hear me? Yeah. So what I mean is this: if you are that anxiety, being anxious when you are losing, it means that you really need to build up. And how you're gonna do it is maybe once in a while you withdraw, once in a while you withdraw. You just keep doing that until you are able to rack enough capital. You get, so when you have racked enough capital now, you won't losses will no longer be a problem for you. Assuming you have like $100,000 you kept aside for trading, you know, once in a while, even if you are starting with 1,000, once in a while you can be able to hit 1,000 to 10k, you withdraw 9k. You get, then by the end of the month, even if you are able to do it once or twice, it's still $10,000. A lot of people don't make it in a month anywhere in the world. That's a lot of money in everywhere. One of my friends said that's a lot of money no matter the country of the world they are talking about. You get, but that is true. You know what it means to earn $10,000 in US a month. You're in the top 5% now. You're in the top 5% of the country, if not more than. So now if you come online, I was actually doing something today. You know, if you come on,
Don't keep this computer. I want it here.
I will charge it when I'm done. I was actually checking on something today. So now I was checking something and categorizing a whole lot of traders. Like, I don't know if you're actually the one I told this. You say, if you watch YouTube of any trader, you get, you see that most of them show you more of a lifestyle than actual trading. If you know what it means, they show you more of a lifestyle than actual trading. That is to say, they make their money through you buying of their courses. And this is the reason why I asked you to tell your girl not to go into trading for now. Are you getting it? Because the motivation is that lifestyle, nothing else. So we are able to categorize traders into five traders. One is those ones that are pure scammers. Are you getting it? Then how do they do it? They will tell you that they're going to trade for you, but you will never see them doing live trading. You will only see them withdrawing. Are you getting it? And what I'm telling you, so what they do is, once you give them your money, they have what is called white paper of a brokerage. And most of those brokers are offshore brokers that are not regulated. So they manipulate the system and make you see your profit and loss. You'll be seeing only profit. But when you want to withdraw, They will tell you have to pay in more money to be able to do this or do that. They will just keep telling you reasons as to pay in more money until at a point they will just block you, or you get fed up, or your money will finish, you know. Those ones are the pure scammers. Another ones are people who are just earning through YouTube revenue. Those people that will always every day, if you go to their YouTube channel, you see like 800 videos or 400 videos of how to trade, and you'll be wondering, this guy makes trading video every 1 or 2 market days, you get, and these videos is basically about different trading skills. Then which one is he actually using? Are you getting it? Because every professional trader usually have just one setup, one system they trade. So why are you making 400 videos of how to trade? You get? So those are people who are just you know, living based on living on YouTube revenue. Those are. Then another ones are people who just copy other people's system and try to modify them to look like theirs, you know. Those are another set of people. Then another people are those who are a little bit profitable on their own. Then on their own they are a little bit profitable, not too profitable, you get, but then they present to you their winning and their losses, and they still sell courses to you. At least they take their courses as a side hustle, which is understandable, you get. Those ones are there. But then how do you identify the real ones? The real ones are those who can actually trade live for you to see. They are trading live, not showing you the trade they took yesterday, not showing you the withdrawal they made 2 days ago. I'm talking about live trading. You will trade with them the same currency, the same thing. If you lose with them. You know that's what it is. Are you getting it? And most of them have nothing to sell to you. Then another ones are those people who are complete, pure, professional traders. They are not on YouTube. Do you get it now? They are not on YouTube, and they cannot trade for you, and they cannot teach you how to trade. You can only see them when they have retired from trading. Are you getting it? They will now most likely write a book on how all these books I sent you before, they are all written by retired traders. They don't even have YouTube channel. So if you are making videos on YouTube every day, not even live video like I just switched on to live, you are not the only one watching these videos. Some other people might be watching it. Are you getting it? So if they want to be taking this trade, they can, but the problem is it's going to be a little bit late. You get? So that's just the thing, you know. So and no, you don't have to. So if you want to learn how to trade and you are going through online, no, it's not. But every knowledge is basically online knowledge. Almost everything nowadays is online. But to get real traders doesn't make sense. Even this guy they call ICT, inner circle traders, their leader. You know about him? The guy, he does a lot of YouTube videos, so he kept on doing. So people started understanding that this is just what he. So one day he said that actually he has made more money from YouTube than trading alone. People told him that he doesn't even trade. Let me even tell you, a lot of them don't even trade. When I say trade, they don't trade at all. Surprise, right? A lot of them don't trade. You know? A lot of them don't trade. So the guy said that he made more money. So now the challenge became too high. Then he now enrolled into, there's a program for traders that's called something Olympic challenge for traders. He rode, and within 1 week he lost 92% of his capital. People was like, you see? So what they do when they come out, they edit their results and all that. They edit their results and all that. You know what it means for? Are you sleepy? Okay. All right. So, I'm just trying to get a good opportunity. Are you watching it? That thread, I took it, I had to take a discount thread. You see, it really came down. So I took it that way so that even if it can end in red, I might still be able to win it. But I think it's going. You see it. So I think we currently have 840. That's 847. That's 1847. You get? So we 1847. So we started with was that 1651? 16. Okay. Okay, we started with 1665. You get 1665. Then we currently have 1847. So we made about 11%. That's $182. So tomorrow we see how it goes. Yeah. Yeah. So you're welcome. Good night. Bye bye. Bye bye. Precious Savior. Tried and proved.